What is up, everybody? Today we're going to be trying to get the Billetworkz 2016 Hyperblue STI back up and running. A little backstory, this car was bought for Billetworkz all the way back in the very beginning, pretty much around 2019. Billetworkz got some other fun toys, as you might know. We have the RB26 stroker kit to 2.8 big turbo WRX, also known as Rexzilla. We also have the EJ Swap 911 Porsche as well. Pretty much it hasn't ran since 2019, at least from what I've been told and from what the inspection sticker says. It's been taken apart just for some engineering purposes, for maybe some of the pieces that we may be having coming soon, maybe not, can't really say. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to get it put back together today. From what I do know is the whole shifter assembly, we have to put that back together. Battery was completely dead, that's been charging. See if it held a charge, not too sure about that. So probably need a new battery at some point. Check all the fluids, see what we got going on there. So hopefully we can get it started at least. That's kind of the goal, is just get it started, see if it runs in idles. The one thing I'm not really too sure is these have those soy wire covers, so rodents love them. So I'm just like hoping that like rats or anything got in there and chewed any important wires to get this thing started. Let's get into it and see what we got. As you can see, there is everything torn apart. There's no shifter. All the boot and cover stuff down there. So we're gonna go ahead and try to get this all put back together real quick. We're gonna start with that, and then we'll go on from there. All right, so it's been probably like six years or so since I've actually last worked on the STI transmission, but should be pretty straightforward. There's really not much to these. It's going to be putting the cup back in, making sure the snap ring's seated in there, the O-rings are good, didn't roll. Put the bolt back through, and then run the reverse cable up through into our Billetworkz reverse lockout. Yeah, I guess let's just go and get into it. So we'll start off with these O-rings. I hate O-rings if you ever dealt with them, especially in an application where there's grease. They can get slippery. There's like a bushing in the shifter, you need to keep that. And yeah, we'll just go ahead and put that in there. All right, there she goes. So that, I just kind of set it in there for now. That was harder than I thought it was going to be for some reason, getting in there. And then the snap ring, it does look like there's a little area, so just go ahead and slip this down in there. Same thing with snap rings and O-rings, man. They're not my friends. All right, come on, get in there. All right, so once it gets kind of in there, you should just be able to just push it on down the rest of the way until it snaps. Take this bolt and nut, get this in there, maybe. So whenever we're doing our Billetworkz reverse lockouts, if you try to get the cable up and in while it's not in reverse, the cable likes to suck itself back down. So what you gotta do is you gotta pull up on the cable by hand, put your car in reverse, and that'll keep the cable up, and then you'll be able to just slide the reverse lockout cable up the middle of the shifter and in, if the cable wants to cooperate, which sometimes it doesn't. There it goes. And up and in. There we go. All right. That down. Take our Allen key and that. Just find that hole. Did I just get that first try? I might have. I don't know. Okay. And then we'll go ahead and take our adapter that we got here. I'm going to fully put the interior back together later. I just wanted to see if this thing actually starts. All right, so this battery's been charging for a while, but it is old. But we are going to see if anything even happens. All right, so let's go ahead and get this on here. I'm not tightening them up, they're just going to kind of sit in there. All right, let's see if anything happened. Grab the key. Oh, snaps. We got lights. Key not detected? What do you mean? What is going on? The key dead? Okay, I think the key's just dead. I guess before we start this thing, let's just check everything out real quick.
I took all those out, yeah.
Okay, let's double check the oil and stuff. Cameraman Joe, doing a horrible job.
Oh man, top here.
Oh, look at that oil. Yeah, it's beautiful. Nice and dark, but it's in there. I already checked that earlier. I know that's good. It has some in the reservoir. All right, I guess start it. Or try to. Let's see what happens. Like a Subaru, that was way too easy. It started up right away. All right, well, that's good. Thanks, Joe.
Of course.
So
No fire.
it starts, didn't catch on fire. The thing's there in the intake and it sounds good, and I guess I'll start putting the interior back together.
Got one of them spoolie boys.
Whamps. So yeah, we'll get it put back together, and I'm probably gonna try to pull it outside. So we'll have to move this thing. And Joe, you surprised it started?
Yes, it didn't catch fire.
Okay, I get it's a Subaru, but geez. So I was super surprised with how easy this thing started up, to be honest. The car sits for, 5+ years almost, just to hook up a battery, and it starts. There was no check engine lights. It's running smooth, it's running good. So it is tuned. So I'm gonna actually go ahead and get some cars moved out of the way here, and I think we're gonna pull it outside and yeah, get this deodorizer taken care of. The first time it sees daylight in like 5 years. She's running, definitely gonna need oil change, probably do a coolant flush on it, check transmission fluid on it, just like literally just give this thing a one up and over and take a look at it, because like I said, it's been sitting for a while. Fresh fluids definitely aren't gonna hurt. She's dirty, but she's clean.